shifting my paradigm in my own judgment to myself, as well as outward judgments, and certainly in the way that I am now parenting, practicing parenting, peaceful parenting with my children. Well, on most days, I should say. But this life-affirming communication is so important. It's so essential to the way that we can move forward in a healthy way with others in our society and in our family units. And I really want to try to discover a practical way that everyone can learn more about the ways that we can restructure our language and then our actions in a way that's working with people, that's not hierarchical, as most life-alienating communication is, hierarchical and domineering and judgment-based. So that's been quite an exciting opportunity for me to learn, and I'm grateful for that this year. I've also had a renewed chance, a new chance to love and trust, and have had a rare opportunity to choose to reconnect with an amazing, amazing partner who loves me in ways that I didn't even know was humanly possible. And I've had such an amazing journey, even within the past 8 months, of being able to relearn some new patterns and unlearn some old patterns that needed to go, and work through my own process while being supported in a safe relationship with a very high level of trust and a very amazing, amazing, divinely sent partner. So that has been also, of course, something that I'm exceptionally grateful for. And the family that I have, the amazing children that that don't exist for my benefit. They came into this world for their own experience, and I don't own them or control them, and yet they do bring me joy, and they are very they're very giving and loving to me, and I'm grateful that they chose to come into my life as well. So all that family mushy-gushy stuff, but it's kind of new for me because I had had not very good experiences in relationships. So to be in a safe, wonderful place with the family that I have now is really beyond words, a miracle of its own right. And new perspectives and paradigms, and the ability that we have to experience this world and growth and each other in ways that are tangible. Last night, I had the opportunity to attend one of probably my very favorite music group locally, well, and globally. Free Planet Radio and Cat Williams were giving a concert last night, and it was just food for my soul and spirit. It was the kind of experience that you come away from realizing that that kind of music encourages people to connect with their true core, their heart of hearts and soul of souls, because in that music there can be a sort of a transformative experience, sort of a personal healing and growth, as I guess it can also happen, well, I'm sure it can happen through healing arts and movement. I've had similar experiences in Nia class, or any opportunity that we have to connect to ourself, or in meditation or reading. But this music and the way that it was performed was exceptional because of the way that the individual musicians, the artists, were connected to themselves and to source, and they shared that so freely. And I think that for me, I had a very clear realization that this is a space that I want to continue to live in. Not the need to do, that doing is not being. That kind of music and that experience and visual art and other kinds of wellness practices that we choose to connect with each day allow us to be, to realize that we have value and worth as beings apart from what we do and how we're judged by others or ourselves. So that was just a gift as well, a really beautiful gift. So in this journey now, I'm mindful that our time is already flying by, but I wanted to share with you just a few more ideas as we come into this season of gratitude, that sometimes it seems like we would be unable to pay back the value that we've received from others. Especially, I've been and continue to be in a place of, when it comes to the actual green stuff, the actual money which represents power in our society, there's certainly, I struggle to feel like there's an abundance of that. Maybe that's the most positive way I can say that right now. But I know that abundance starts as a state of mind and as a belief or a trust, and I absolutely believe in the abundance of all things, especially things that have to do with our rich resources that we can share with others, our ability to love and empathize and share joy and encourage freedom. So what can we do to share our gratitude? What gifts can we bring each other in this season of gratitude? And it's been said, I'm sure as many of you know, that the best thing that we can do for others is to be truly connected to ourselves, to be aware of who we are so that we can be connected to our source energy, so that we can be shining the brightest light we can shine, creating a ripple of hope that will reach out to others, living in our own individual passions and living out the plan that we came here, the experience that we came here to engage in, will benefit others and is a gift to others. And I know more could be said about that. There was a beautiful quotation by Anne Morrow Lindbergh, which I'm going to read. And this book is just gorgeous, too, with these illustrations. It's a compilation of many different writings, Spiritual Illuminations, it's called. But it's Anne Morrow Lindbergh's quotation that I'm going to read. For it is not physical solitude that actually separates one from other men, nor physical isolation, but spiritual isolation. It is not the desert island nor the stony wilderness that cuts you from the people you love. It is the wilderness in the mind, the desert waste in the heart, through which one wanders lost and a stranger. When one is a stranger to oneself, then one is estranged from others too. If one is out of touch with oneself, then one cannot touch others. Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Such a beautiful writing, but also so true that until we can make that connection to who we are and why we're here and what we want, then our happiness can thrive and flow out of that. Back to this Simple Abundance Companion book by Sarah Ban Breathnuck. She encourages us to begin to listen for the whisper of your authentic self telling you which way to go. Whether it's a garden or a meal, whatever it is, authenticity is what makes you happy. What is this search for authenticity? It's searching for the real, for what means the most to you on this earth, what you really want to do, what you really want to say, how you truly want to express yourself artistically, creatively, and spiritually. So by listening to this whisper, by finding some silent space, some sacred place. Sometimes for me it's as simple as having something, this smooth, beautiful rock, or this little smooth piece of wood, or this is a heart rock. Something like this can just ground and connect us to our deeper self and what we really want in our life and what will make us well at this stage. She also encourages us to ask ourselves, what is it I truly need to make me happy? It is only after we acknowledge our inner needs that we can harness the creative energy necessary to manifest them in our lives. Happiness is a living emotion. It's also a habit. She uses that phrase that it's a happiness habit. So we need to actually create this habit of moving toward happiness. Don't you want to start making happiness a habit right now? Let's stop thinking that things outside our control will bring us happiness. The magic seeds of contentment are planted deep within us. Happiness that the world cannot take away only flourishes in the secret garden of our souls. Like any new behavior, happiness can be learned. And this talk of happiness and joy and abundance and gratitude, of course, this all fits the season, and many of us will experience hard times during this season. And that makes it all the harder to hear talk of abundance and joy and happiness and gratitude. But I would encourage all of us to find whatever it is, that little seed inside of ourselves that we really do need to nurture so that we can live in a fulfilled, content and happy place. In conclusion, today, since our time is running out, I'm used to an hour and we're just doing a 30-minute segment today. So to end with today, I want to say I'm grateful for you who have been watching my show and connecting with the guests, the friends that I usually have on the show. And your support means so much, and you can always feel free to email me. I would love to hear your wellness stories and about your wellness path. And you can always reach me by email at terra@zeal2heal.com. And I would encourage us all to be well on our journey and to remember that we are born and breathe life into life. We are part of a shared humanity. But because we are sourced in God, or sourced in source energy, we are miraculous. And the miraculous is natural. That is a sort of a summarized message from Heart Steps by Julia Cameron. And I want to leave you with this message, that where we are today on this journey of wellness, we can allow ourselves to be fully human. I treat myself with loving kindness. I honor and recognize my essential goodness. I honor and recognize my ability to love, to communicate, to share, and to give. I do not have to do any of these things perfectly. There is beauty in the abilities that I do have. So wherever we are today on our journey, wherever you are, whether that be a place of joy or deep pain at this time, I know that on your journey that you can trust that there is abundance, and you can trust that there is always an abundance of love for you and connection through your own self-connection, connection to Source, and others in our world. So until next time, thank you for sharing this talk, this time with me today. Until next time, be well.